media, bro. The media is like in control of everything. In control of trends, the sneakers we're wearing. You know what I'm saying?
The Jewish, so-called Jews, the Bible tells you that these people are not the real Jews of the Bible. No, but let me get that real
quick. The black man in America. These are the Israelites on that sign.
That's how they treat us black people, like, you know, because these God's people are poor.
That's good, bro. That's the spirit, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it's like the poor.
Quick research. This is Job 9:24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Yeah, where and who is he? Who's the wicked today in the earth? Well, according to the scriptures, the so-called white man, Esau, who was our twin brother, all right, he's the wicked of the earth that's ruling the earth today. Because the world was given into his hand. Who's the one that's going around spreading war, violence? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he covered the faces. That's what he was saying about the whitewash.
Yeah.
That's exactly what covered the faces.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no such thing as the ghetto, yo. They created that to enslave us. Ghetto. They created, white people created that. Jews and Nazis created the ghetto and all that.
I'm going to show you one. That's in the Bible too. It says, this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. You know, because it says that the real Jews are poor. You know what I mean? That's the so-called black people in America, right? But it says that he knows the blasphemy. A blasphemy is a wicked, filthy lie, right? A blasphemy is a wicked, filthy lie, right? It says a blasphemy of them who say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Who calls themselves Jews today? So-called white people, right? And who goes to worship in synagogues? So-called white people. So it tells you right there that the so-called white people, they're not the real Jews of the Bible.
Yeah. Everything's fake these days.
Yeah.
No, that's the
Especially
spirit.
that movie Ghost in the Shell. Saw that Ghost in the Shell. It's supposed to be that Chinese or Asian lady, and they put the white girl. So it's gonna sell.
So do you see a sign? Do you see yourself on this sign right here? Where do you see yourself on this sign?
Your father, from your father. That's your father.
So now that you know that the Heavenly Father to His Son is our so-called Negroes, all right. Now we're gonna import you the most important thing that you must know, because there's gonna come a time that you're gonna need that name, man. All right. The name of God, who the world ignorantly calls God, His name is Yahawah. He is, or He exists. And the name of His Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, His name is YAHAWASHI. All right. And in the Hebrew we say Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, which means He is coming in the name of the deliverer. Yahawah means He is. YAHAWASHI means He delivers. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, He is coming in the name of the deliverer. Now say.
Where in the Bible He said He gave peace all the world? Where in the Bible He said He gave peace all the world?
Give peace on the world? Or Genesis 25?
Yeah.
Okay, before
Genesis?
27.
Yeah, Genesis 27? Oh yeah.
How the
Yeah, go ahead.
Said that in the Bible, read that.
Okay, hold on. Before we get to that, I want to confirm that you got the name. All right. Say the name. Yahawah. BAHASHAM. BAHASHAM. YAHAWASHI. Yahawah. BAHASHAM. YAHAWASHI. Say by itself.
Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI.
Good.
All praises.
Well, before that, I'm going to show you the verse.
Otherwise, it's important to know the names.
Yeah.
The destruction is.
Acts
Yeah,
4 and
that's
12.
right. As a matter of fact, can you go
Acts
to that?
4 and 12.
Give that.
Yeah, because the Russian law, once the U.S. dollar, the dollar bill of this country is going to fall. It's going to collapse. Wall Street, all that's going to crash. You know, they talk about crashing.
Jacob's trouble.
It's not going to be worth
Jeremiah
anything.
30
What
and
happened to
7. Jacob's trouble.
Venezuela?
Exactly.
Venezuela was at the top of the world.
Get him, Jacob's trouble. To go with the topic.
Gutter. Eating each other. Gutter right now.
Yeah, so it's gonna be martial law in this country. The police is not gonna be the regular police. It's gonna be military.
I haven't seen nothing happening in New York. Everything been happening in other states.
Because there's grace and mercy right now.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. You know, because Jacob, right? Jacob's name got changed to Israel, right?
Yeah, Jacob's name got changed to Israel.
Yeah, Israel is all these 12 tribes on the sign, right? Yeah. So it says it's the time of Jacob's trouble.
That's all of Jacob's kids.
Yeah, there's a son. So it's going to come to a point in time where the so-called white man is going to start slaughtering our people on a massive scale. You know what I'm saying? But it says that that he shall be saved out of it. Does it tell you that in this, what is it, in Acts? Where it says, whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. Right?
Oh, no,
so
that's something else.
the name of the Lord is important, you know, because that's the only thing that's going to save you for the rest that's about to come upon America, you know.
Quick precept. This is Acts 4 and 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men, whereby we must be saved.
So there's only one name that can save you from this tribulation that's about to come. And the name of the Most High is not God, it's not Jesus, it's not Jehovah. The letter J is the youngest letter in the alphabet. It's only about 400 years old. You know, so his real name is a Hebrew. You know, just like what's your name?
Howard.
Huh?
Howard.
Howard? Right? If you go to China, your name's not going to change to Ching Chong. It's still going to be Howard. You know what I mean? Anywhere you go in the world. Because names are proper. Names don't change. They don't translate. You know what I mean? So the name of the Most High is Yahawah. In the ancient Hebrew, which means he is, he exists. And the name of the Son is Yahawashi. Does the scripture say that you gotta go through in order to get to God the Father, you have to go through his Son. You know? So Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, that's the only name that's gonna live. I got you. The Y-A, yeah, H-A-W-A-H.
Oh, Yahawah.
Yahawah. Yeah, Yahawah. The name of the Son is Yahawashi.
BAHASHAM.
Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
Yeah, it's basically, Yahawashi is basically the same, Yahawah, but you put a S-H-I at the end. Yahawashi. You know, he is the deliverer.
Give him the YouTube channel. Give him the channel.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that wasn't put in the Bible.
Okay. Now, hold on, before you go, if you want to watch, you want to get more edification, type this on YouTube, the chariots of God.
Babylon.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Great millstone, yeah. If if you want, more, more understanding. Go on your phone right now. Go on YouTube.
Tell him 34th and 7th. The apostles, 34th and 7th. I'm saying he could go to 34th and 7th too. He could just show up too. Give him both.
EMS, M-A-I-N, C-A-M-P.
That first one, yeah.
Subscribe to that channel.
It's a recent channel?
Subscribe to that channel. No problem, man.
All right, peace, brother.
We're around the corner, but that's not the spot.
Shalawam, brother. Alright, so going back to that concerning Genesis.
Yeah, I believe that brother knows Hebrew. Not too many people's gonna come up asking about the tribe of Dan. So only the Most High, between him and the Most High, can do some of the truth. He's not, because he was filling in the gaps where we didn't have to say certain things,
Yeah.
But the Lord had him come here, so he cannot ever say that he didn't know the names, the true names, and we gotta tell him that it's important. Why? It's not about flossing knowledge. This thing is about to get wrapped up. He gotta know the names, because pretty soon that's all you're gonna have. There's gonna be destruction following all of our people, Jacob's trouble.
Done.
That's right. So going back to the topic concerning who Esau is, all right.
Back in Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
The first came out red like a hairy garment. So we found out that Esau came out red like a hairy garment. All right, and that he was the first son. All right, on.
And they called his name Esau. Verse 26. And after that, his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel.
His hand took hold of Esau's heel. Now, when you go back up a couple verses, it tells you that the older shall serve the younger, and that the younger is going to be stronger than the older. All right, go on, bro.
And his name was called Jacob.
And his name was called Jacob. YAHWAH in the Hebrew, which means supplanter. All right. His name was changed to Israel, which Israel in the Hebrew means YASHARAHLA, which means he princes of the power. These people on the signs right here are the princes of the power, beginning with the elect under the nations. All right. Go ahead, bro.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him. Verse 27. And the boys grew. And Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field. And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
Yeah, so Esau, he was a cunning hunter, man. He was a warrior of the field. In other words, look at Esau today. He's going from the field representing these different nations. He's going all around the world hunting, man. Killing beasts, killing, bringing the confusion, destruction in these other nations. However, what did it say about Jacob?
Hey, no pictures. No pictures.
Picture of the side.
Picture of the side.
Go ahead.
And Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents.
So Jacob was a plain man dwelling in tents. Or people are, they like to be in harmony, man. Like, they like to be in a natural state, man. Just like the earth. But guess what? The earth is not in its natural course, man. The balance of the earth is fucked up, man. Why? Because of Esau, so-called white man, the devil. All right, continue, bro.
Verse 28. And Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob saw it pottage. And Esau came from the field and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee.
Now this is when things are going to get interesting. This is when you're going to find out that the promise, all right, was taken from Esau, because back in the ancient world, the firstborn is the one that's given the promise. However, we're going to show you that the promise was literally, in other words, Esau was really fooled, honestly. The promise was given was taken away from Esau and given unto Jacob, YAHWAH. Go on.
And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage.
All right, so Esau was telling Jacob to feed me. All right, because Esau was hungry, because as the sister said, the brother read earlier, Esau is a beast of the field, man. He likes to hunt. All right, so obviously you're a hunter in the field. You go back to your village, to your home, you're gonna be hungry, man. That's if you don't get meat. But in some cases, when you do get meat, you're not gonna eat it right there. You're gonna take it back. All right, but in this case, unfortunately, Esau, a hunter. Unfortunately, yeah.
Fortunate for us.
Fortunately, the water. Yeah, fortunately, Esau didn't. He wasn't successful on his hunt, man. So he went to Jacob, YAHWAH, for what?
With that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
I got a precept for you, Wayne. This is Hebrews 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Bring that down, bro.
Yeah, so like the brother was reading, this is in Hebrews. It tells you why he sold his birthright, because he was faint, because the Lord controls all things. Even though Esau was a cunning hunter, the Most High had it that he didn't have a successful hunt that day, because the prophecies were coming to pass. The seer had taught has spoken to Rebecca and told him that about what we were reading earlier, that the elder should serve the younger, and that Jacob would ultimately be the one to inherit the birthright.
Right.
Even though in the ancient world, according to the Israelites, it is the elder who should receive the blessing. So the Most High set it up. He set this whole scenario up in the spirit, how Esau was not successful with his hunt, and he actually came to his brother Jacob, asking him that he would even sell his own birthright for one morsel of meat. So that's how he despised his birthright.
Right.
Because you can't sell a spiritual gift for a piece of meat, and not even a meat that was well done. It was a red piece of meat, just like Esau, you know? For one morsel of meat, he sold his birthright. So he's a fornicator and he's a profane person.
Right.
We're talking about Esau out here, Edomites, the so-called Western world, known as the so-called white race. They're the Edomites. The Israelites are the so-called black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. So the brother got that.
Alright, so, you know, go ahead, bro.
Alright. Verse 31. Genesis 25 and 31. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
So going back to what the brother just made, Jacob said to sell me your birthright, man. And what did Esau do? Read.
And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
So Esau was ignorant, man, because Esau he had no idea the magnitude, the significance of the birthright, man. All right. That's why the brother just went into it. He sold his birthright for, you know, a piece of meat, man, because he was hungry. Motherfucker was starving, man.
Profane.
Fake, you know? You know? God.
This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet he said, wherein as thou loved us, was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Go ahead. Break that down.
Yeah, so it says right there that the Most High said he loved Israel, but all people say, how have you loved this? Because our people don't understand that the only reason why we're going through these tribulations is because we transgress his laws, you know? The Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. So it says, the all people say, wherein is thou loved us? But the Most High said, wasn't Esau Jacob's brother? But I loved you and I hated Esau. Because the scripture said, Amos, the 3rd chapter, it says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So this is our punishment, you know, for breaking the laws of the Most High. So it says, where it says the Most High hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage wait for the great dragon of the wilderness a lot. Because it tells you in Revelation, when Babylon gets destroyed, it's nobody going to dwell in this land but dragons and scorpions and serpents and stuff like and devils, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep reading. This is verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. So Esau, and that's talking about during the Dark Ages, Esau was impoverished, but Esau, with his pride, he said in his mind, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna build up again. But the Most High said he's gonna build, but he's still, but he gonna throw down Esau's kingdom in 1 hour, as Revelation, the 18th chapter says. Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Now read that, bro. You got a piece of it?
This is Romans 9 and 12. And it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Yeah,
13.
So the elder, the brother just read it. The first came out red. All right. And that the older shall serve the younger. All right. Read that again, bro.
12. And it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder shall serve the younger, man. And obviously, the elder, that's talking about Esau, and the younger, that's talking about Jacob, YAHAWAH. All right? So you Edomites, you're going to serve us in the kingdom, man.
That's right.
You're going to be your slaves in the kingdom, man.
Purge.
All the hell that you put our people to, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You brought us over here in slave ship. You saw the Native Americans. You know, all the shit, all the hell, you know, that you put our people through. You're gonna pay for that, man. All right. The scripture said the Lord is He's not at all foolish to acquit the wicked. Roughly paraphrasing, all right? Because if you in this world, if you own a business and someone steal from your business, you're gonna want to put that person in jail, man.
That's right.
So it's only righteous. Matter of fact, even the scripture that says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go to captivity. Because I'm tired of you fucking Edomites, man. You so-called white people, you're gonna pay for all the shit that you did to our people, man. Beginning in Judah, man, and all the way down to Ephraim. And you jakes, you idiot, you jakes. Matter of fact, give me Matthew 1 and Isaiah 1 and 2. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just make this point. Yeah, so you Edomites, man, and you jakes out there, you love the so-called white man. You love your slave master, man. You got Stockholm syndromes, man. You know? But real soon, like the brother just went into earlier concerning Jacob's trouble, you people are gonna get a rude awakening, man. Now, brother, read that for me, Baba Kachar.
It's Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
Yeah, the Lord is saying that you motherfucking dumbass niggas, and you so-called Hispanics and Native Americans, you're so caught up in the word, you're so caught up in living the American dream that you don't even want to consider the Lord, man. You know, his name, his color, your nationality. Because you want to live it up over here, you want to keep loving the slave master, man. Especially these naked women, man. You know? You could read that, bro. You could read that, yeah, you could read that.
This is Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth from men and selleth him, or if it be found in his end, he shall surely be put to death.
He shall surely be put to death. Is that hard to understand, Jake? Why is that so hard to understand? Why the hell would you want to love? Oh, forget about that. That was in the past. We live in the present. Why the hell would you want to love your present? Why would you want to stay in the land of your captivity, man? Why? You know?
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the brother just said, Stockholm syndromes, man. You love your slave master, man. You got that, bro?
Yeah. It's Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. It doesn't take a rocket science to understand that simple logic, man. You know, if you did something wrong to me, then it's right that you get the same favor, man. Return to you. It's called recompense. That's the spirit. It's called recompense, man. You know, that's what it's called, and it's righteous recompense. All right. So going back, concerning Esau, man.
Romans 9:13 was in bed.
Oh yeah. Read Romans 9 and 13.